JavaScript arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. An array is a special type of variable which can hold more than one value at a time and using a single variable name. If you have a list of items, let's say a list of car names, storing the cars in single variables could look like this. You declare the first variable, you declare the second variable, you declare the third variable. However, what if you had up to 300 cars? So are you going to be declaring 300 variables? Nah. What you need to do is to use an array. An array can hold many values under a single name, and you can access each of the values by referring to an index number. Remember that counting index starts from 0. So the easiest way to create an array is by using the array literal, which is by doing this. You have your um, keyword, either your const keyword, your let keyword, or the var keyword, followed by your array name, and then equal to, followed by opening and closing square brackets. So that's the easiest way to create a JavaScript array. So this in this example, we've given this array cars. So the name of that array is cars, and inside we have things like Saab, Volvo, and BMW. This cars array has three elements. Okay, so this is the first index, index 0, index 1, and index 2. But the length of this is 3. If you say cars.length, just like we did in string, so you can also use the dot length properties for JavaScript arrays. And in arrays, spaces and line breaks are not important. Declaration can span multiple lines, just like this. And this is looking more, beautiful and readable. The following example also creates an array and assigns values to it. That is by using the new keyword followed by array, normal brackets, and followed by the elements of your array. So you can also do things like changing an array elements. So in this example, what we've done is we want to change this element. Currently, what we have is sab, so we want to change it to opal. What you just need to do is to get the name of the array, which is case, followed by this square brackets, and then the index of the elements that you want to change. Accessing a full array in JavaScript. Consider the code below. So we have an HTML document. Our document has an H2 that is for heading, and then we have a paragraph which doesn't have any contents. So let's focus on the script. Inside the script, we declared an array variable. We called it cars, which is the same thing. It has the same value as what we had in the previous example. So what I want to do is to assign content to this paragraph based on the content of our array. So we can do that by saying document.get elements by ID, the ID of the paragraph, and then dot inner HTML equal to what? Equal to cars. So when you run this, what's going to happen is that this paragraph will have the contents of that particular array. Arrays are a special type of objects. So if you use type of, okay, to check the type of a variable which is an array, what is going to be returned is objects. Okay, but JavaScript arrays are best described as arrays. What this is saying is, in essence, is that arrays are a special type of objects, but they are best described as arrays. Arrays use numbers to access its elements. In this example, person zero returns John, and why is that? I bet you know why. So this is um, an array which we gave the name person, and inside we have elements like John, Doe, and 46. That's probably the age of this person, and this is probably his first name, and this is the last name followed by his age. But I'm not sure. Could be anything. So, but if you say type of person, what is going to be returned is object. You might be expecting to see array, no, but what is going to be returned is object. Okay, I think I already mentioned this. The length property of an array returns the length of an array. Okay, accessing the first array elements. You can access the other, other elements like this mango. If you want to access mango, you just get the index. This one is the first one, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you want to return mango, you just say fruits, this, and then instead of 0, you just have 3, and then mango will be returned. You can try that out in your code editor. Looping through an array. Okay, we are going to look at loops later on in this course, but let's just, the safest way to look through an array is by using a for loop. Okay, so this is the same example that we looked at before. So we now declared another variable. We said let text equal to, okay, ul. All right, this is the opening ul tag. Okay, so where do we have the closing ul tag? This is where we have the closing ul tag. So I'm sure you know what this means. So in between we have a loop. We said for, okay, let me just leave this for now. We'll look at it in later videos. Converting arrays to strings. The JavaScript method to string contains converts an array to a string of comma separated array values. Okay, copy this and paste in your code editor. You will see that this is what is going to be the output. You can do things like sorting in JavaScript. Okay, so go through this code. All right,